Hi everyone, it's Linda Fisher here today. So today I am talking about on the topic of songs. And for me, aspiring to be a worship leader, we're growing into that gift that God has given me. This is part of learning the songs and learning different things and parts of the songs in order to not just help the team, but to help the congregation to be able to worship freely, to be able to worship with all their heart, soul, and mind, to be able to lay everything down at his feet. And as a lead, like a worship lead, I'm learning and seeing and understanding, like, okay, there are some key points to take away on what we're supposed to do, our homework, like, in order to prepare ourselves, not just spiritually, but the practical on both ends. It has to be equal, because if you do one more than the other, you kind of lack in that when you come up to lead. And so as a lead and as a worship lead, you want to know these few points, such as the structure. Now, the biggest thing with structure is sometimes people don't know structure, so they don't know where they're going. And it doesn't mean to say that the structure is the be all end all sort of thing. No, like, you know your structure inside and out, but sometimes God will be like, all right, I'm going to take you this way. And you'll be like, okay, Lord, I'm going to follow. But because I know the structure, I'm able to tell the band and the team, like, hey, we're changing it at the moment. Like, that's one thing I always love about our worship leader, David. He does give big signs, and he'll tell us, he'll be like, chorus, sing everyone. But it's great because more information is better than the lack of information, right? So not only knowing your structure, but knowing your key. I am finding out that there are some songs I can't do in certain keys, and it has to do with what is the highest point of the song in terms of my vocal ability, and what is the highest point that I can do it well and strong in. And it's not to say that I can't work on these things and continue growing in that, but for now, what is a strong suit of mine? What can I do to make sure that I'm very, not just comfortable, but very assured that I know what I'm doing because I practiced it. So knowing the key, I got to go through all these 12 keys sometimes to see, okay, is this the right key for me? Is it not the right key? And not even just the structure, but also the creativity part to it. As worship leads, I've seen, like, God has given our worship leads multiple insights, and even myself sometimes insight on, like, hey, sing this, or hey, sing this for the moment because I'm asking you to. And when it happens, like, man, I always see in our services, when I see our worship leads go, like, there's a shift and you can sense it. If you're very sensitive to the Holy Spirit, you could sense it shifting. You're like, oh man, and like, he's already there, but where he's taking it for the people's needs. That's the biggest thing. And not only just knowing the practical side of it, the structure, the key, the creativity, but also the spiritual side of it. We, at times, and I can say the same for myself, we do get hit by the enemy, but we know where our strength comes from. But we do get hit. And that spiritual aspect of the spiritual maturity, understanding, okay, we're doing this unto the Lord, there's always going to be adversity. Now, how are we going to combat it? We can't just shrink away. We can't just say, oh, never mind, I don't want to do this. Like, no, like, if God has given you this gift, you're going to step out even more, even with the attacks, even with the heartache, even with the pain. It hurts. But that shows that you're solely dependent on God and God alone to be your peace, your comforter, your waymaker, your provider. So many things that he wears, so many hats that he wears, like, it's unfathomable. Like, I can't even explain them all. But that aspect, like, you have to have both hand in hand. You can't do one and not prepare for the other. And I have seen and done it. Like, not saying I'm not perfect. Like, I've done it myself. And that really, like, had a wake up call for me. Like, okay, I have to be even that much more sensitive, because I could do the practical side, no problem. Let me practice. But what about my spiritual side? What about my prayer life? What about me seeking God? What about me making sure that I have faith in what God is trying to do in my life? And I could say that, seasons come and go, but God has been that soul dependent. So, tip for worship leaders, know all these 4 parts, and not to say that it's going to get you from A to Z right away. No, it's going to take time. You have to realize it's not a one-night thing. This development takes a process. And this process, man, you just have to keep going, because this process, you're going to see little growth. And then over the years, you're going to be like, wow, from here to there now instead of the little. Don't always look for the process to be achieved right away. Like, understand and take your time with it. So I hope this helps. I'm Linda Fisher, and I'll catch you on the next one.
It's TJ Fisher here, and if you're enjoying this content and you want a deeper dive with me, join our school platform. That's where you'll get courses, mentorship, and exclusive content that'll help to take your skills to the next level. So just hit the link below, and I'll see you inside our DFS mentorship platform.